about that. Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. Yeah, this is the last one for the weekend that I'm doing until next Monday, possibly. This is a movie you probably never heard of. It's a Christmas movie from like 2013, starring the always gorgeous and wonderfully talented Amy Jo Johnson, my favorite Pink Ranger, Coming Home for Christmas from the early 2010s. This is before I met her. And yeah, I want to see this because I want to see it for her because, she plays a mom here. And it's a family drama, but it's something different. So let's get started. It is a Christmas movie, so I got to get to this one. It starts right away. It's about 87 minutes long, so it's not very long. Mm-hmm. There's the title, Oregon. You got two girls that are twins in this movie, Carly and Britt McKillip. And there's Amy Jo Johnson. Hold there now, Kate. There she is. I love you, Amy Jo Johnson. Hang in there because we just lost Jason this year, and that was a major loss for me. I love her so much. Meeting her was one of the best moments of my life, but I'll try not to cry this time. This movie's a lot shorter than the Power Rangers movie, I believe. It's a good looking film for a low budget film that I never heard of. Yeah, these girls can sing. I agree. They're lovely. I'm just getting the crust out of my eyes. I'm not crying because I just got up. How nice. Directed by a woman, Vanessa Paris. You shouldn't. You should feel. I mean, you look just like your sister. Mm-hmm. She looks like Taylor Swift. They look exactly the same. This girl kind of looks like the girl from the really loud house that plays Lori. The what's her name? Uh, Alexa Benedito, the Benedito or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. It is a drama. Yeah, it's more, and they look exactly the same. They don't look any older than they did in the scene. Sunflower Bakery Cafe. Never heard this Christmas song. At least in Avengers, when Endgame, when 5 years passed, yeah, it did look. They did look older. Here, they look exactly the same. Because mm-hmm, 17, 18. Yeah, it's very female oriented. This movie. That's probably why Little Sims won't join. Yeah, we all got hit by that. That's the little girl that was in. I think she was in. What was it called? Jingle All the Way too. Yeah, she's done some other stuff as well. I think she was in the Poltergeist remake. I used to play this when I was a kid. Puppy Wuppy. Mm-hmm. Hmm. A mansion. Hmm. All that space just for her. Hmm. Yeah, it's a very quiet movie. It's not as big and loud as the Power Rangers movie. Either one of them, the '95 movie or the Turbo movie, which I can't do because you know what happened, and the movie hurt me. So the movie's painful to watch, and I don't own it. The first movie was entertaining. It's the only entertaining Power Rangers movie I sat through in the past 25 years. Mm-hmm. Oh, Amy. Yeah, they go through a lot in this movie, but it's not too much suffering. Hmm. What is it on? We're about 9 minutes in. Yeah. Doobie doobie doo ba doobie doobie doo. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I can't believe I met her in 2019 at Comic Con. I was like, it was a long line, but it was worth it because she means everything to me in that franchise. Hmm. Because this year I saw two Power Rangers, but they were not even in the they were not it they were the two of them were not even with in the autograph room. They were like in a small little booth in near the comics and collectible toys. She can act in this. Yeah. Oh, I feel bad for her. I do. I always care about her. Usually in these films that she does or TV shows because she's so human. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Hmm. Military guy. It's another rainy day in the life of J Rod. So I had to stay home and do some podcasts because why not? I'm not going anywhere. So you got me. Hmm. There's a little car, a white car. It is a very quiet movie. No loud distractions of the city, just up in the country. Actors don't know how much their work means to us, especially when you meet them. Rachel Lee Cook, I didn't grow up watching her as a kid. I did see her when I was a teen. So, hmm when I was a teen and in my 20s, I saw a lot of her films. Texas Rangers, Nancy Drew, and just recently I saw She's All That for the first time, the original, not that remake, because the remake is sexist and not funny and not cute. That's why some films should be left alone. Don't do a rehash. Oh, what's up, Cat Classic Film Collector? She's so human. Say it, Classic Film Collector. She's hesitant. Hmm He's making a plan. Peter Pan. You get it? He never grows up. Hmm hmm Excuse me. Today's the day. Oh, you seen Avatar: Way of Water? Yeah, I'm not gonna see it. Good luck, because you're gonna sit in the theater for over 3 hours. I couldn't do that. I'd rather see something like this that's only about half the running time, because it doesn't waste my time. That's what I think of Avatar. Ah. Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing it today, but I plan to see it soon. Yeah, it keeps going. It doesn't stop. Anyway, second thing, Warner Brothers dropped a teaser for the Barbie movie. Not gonna. Eh, I don't care for it. I'm not a girl. You know, my sister grew up with Barbie, and I'm like Margot Robbie just doesn't. It doesn't send me. She doesn't sell a movie for me. Kate. She's a rocking horse. She's good with kids. Hmm. Torque. You saw one of those vacuum drones. Kate. Hmm. Awkward moment. Stepper wife. Hmm. Yep, I know the feeling. It's like looking in a mirror. Hmm. Hmm. Yep, trying to hold on to memories. Hmm. J- The teaser is a parody of 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's basically the gorilla scene. Yeah, but I don't care about that movie. Hmm. Yeah, they sing at the end of the movie because the two girls are singers. I haven't seen them in anything since, but we're about half hour in. Puppets. Greta Gerwig is not a problem for me. It's Margot and America Ferrera. I don't care about them as actors. Even in How to Train Your Dragon, I didn't like her voice. I don't. Some girls just don't appeal to me. Amy Jo Johnson always has since I was 8 years old. Since I was eight, that's why meeting her meant the world to me. Margot, I'm never gonna meet her. She doesn't even live in America. She lives in Aussie land. Yeah, it is. Gay pride is overrated, and I don't need to. I don't need to see it in 2023. Keep it to yourself. Disney already shoved that in our faces way too much this year. It wasn't in the Beauty and the Beast celebration last night, but still, it's in the remake, and it was in a ton of things this year that it did not need to be there. Palm tree. Since Lady Bird and Little Women look like a, though I think you should see them because I didn't see Lady Bird because I don't like Saoirse Ronan, and I'm not a fan of the Little Women remake because it's not the first version because they put a bunch of Bintos to play Americans. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's how the story goes. Are you gonna watch the new Netflix versus movie with Lindsay Lohan? I tried watching it and I couldn't get through it, but I might see it, but I don't know. I'll try to finish it next week, but no promises. I haven't the last Christmas movie I saw a couple of days ago was just a mixed bag for me. I could take this off because it's hurting my head, and this movie feels more like a melodrama anyway. I wore it for like 30 minutes, so that's long enough. Because, like I said, I did see Hotel for the Holidays, so that one I got out of the way. But man, there were too many gay characters in that movie. Too many. It was very distracting. At least this movie doesn't have that. It's clean and wholesome. Nothing offensive in this movie at all. The melodrama does get a little bit much, because it's a Christmas movie, supposed to be a little bit more uplifting, but it is what it is. I'm watching this for Amy Jo Johnson. I haven't done one of her movies in a while, so ugh. They're having a picnic outside in the mountains, near the mountain. Is the Shaggy Dog 2000 thing worse than College Road Trip? Yeah, it is. I like College Road Trip. Even when I saw it in the theater, I saw it in the theater. Really good cast, and it made me laugh. I haven't seen the Shaggy Dog remake in years because it's an embarrassing movie. That's what Robert Downey Jr. did before Iron Man. That looks good. A brisket. Hmm. Well, I remember Raven going to like different campuses and everything, and I liked the film. It was funny at the time. I didn't know Raven was gay, so when I saw it, I was like, "Yeah, I like her," but that was like one of her only theatrical releases in a while. So she mostly stuck to television, like her Raven's Home show, which I didn't watch because it didn't look good to me. Hmm. She's holding his hand. Hmm. It's directed by Roger Kumble, who the hit or miss as the director called classes like Just Friends, which I do, and stickers like Furry Vengeance and After the Week Alive. But I don't see the after movies. They're not for me. My friends saw them and hated every single one of them. I get it though. It's not a romance that's good. It's toxic, and those are never good. This, at least movies like this, they're not. They're simple and clean. Mm. I know I'm not saying much, but it's fine. I'm just enjoying the film because I don't want I haven't watched it in a while, so I love sparkling cider. That's my that's my Yeah. Um, that director, yeah, I don't see the after movies because there's like one more, and like yeah, I think it's a prequel, but they just need to stop. I mean, a trilogy would have been painful enough, but then they have to make five. I've only seen the first after, and it's absolute garbage. Not to mention boring. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's toxic. We get it. It's not supposed to. It's not meant to be. It's not meant for me because I told Josh, I don't watch toxic relationships. I can mute this part. I can mute this part because I it's just singing, and I'm like, yeah, this is not a musical because that's the one thing I wasn't crazy about in this movie because Amy Jo Johnson can sing in this movie. These two girls are singers. They're not really the best actresses, but they're fine. I watch it for Amy Jo Johnson because I love her so much. But any of the after movies, I'm like, I can skip them. It's not for me. Because I heard enough singing in the Beauty and the Beast celebration yesterday, so that's why I haven't done a musical for a while. They sing a little bit in the Grinch, but it wasn't like a musical. The not the 2000 version. How sexy is it Amy Jo Johnson compared to Catherine Zeta-Jones? Oh, there's no comparison. Like to Catherine Zeta-Jones, I'm like she's aged so beautifully, and when I met her, I just it floored me. Natalie Portman and Scarlett Johansson are still young, so I want to see them. And Brie Larson, yeah, I still need to see her. A lot of these women are they're all gorgeous, and when I see them, and just in person, it floors me for real. I can't believe it because Rachel Lee Cook was also a girl she's younger than Amy by like 10 years, and see her face is just it beams, man. We saw it, you buy it. We're about halfway through the movie, so because you guys aren't going to hear a thing, I have to put the headphones because if I get a copyright infringement, even though this movie nobody's heard of this movie, but that's not a wall step. That's a no. That's what the Rockettes do. Yeah, the romance here, I'm just like, it's iffy. It's not great. I just think it's okay. Uh, if you meet Olivia Wilde again and she asks you if you saw Don't Worry, Darling, would you tell her? I was like, no, didn't watch it because I'm not a fan of Florence. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to hide how I feel. I love Olivia Wilde. Booksmart I enjoyed because of Caitlin Deaver, but there was no Caitlin Deaver in Don't Worry, Darling, and it wasn't sexist. Booksmart was not sexist. That movie was. Caitlin Deaver didn't take a knife and stab a guy in the stomach with it, or Beanie. Granted, there were no strong guy characters in Booksmart, but they weren't completely useless either. They weren't like side characters that get killed. I prefer Olivia Wilde's movies that that she acted in. She's only directed two feature films, and I'm like, one of them was good, and the other was skippable because she has that writer. She needs to fire that writer first because she's not. Her writer is not a good writer. She is always writing weak guy characters, or writing things that are just not for me. Here's another song. I'll just I can just mute this part because I don't watch the movie for the singing in the movie because I'm like we get it. We have twins that can sing. I mean, they already sang on Full House. Well, Mary Kate and Ashley sang a little bit, and I'm like, this is not a musical. Again, it's a drama with Amy Jo Johnson, and she disappears for a huge chunk of the film until like the third act. So it's mostly about the sisters. I'm like, I thought the sisters were okay, but they're just singers. That's it. It's like the Haim sisters. But the thing is, at least Alana did a film, Licorice Pizza, which was nominated for Oscars and all that. I don't watch this movie for the singing. Like with a Disney movie like Frozen or Frozen 2, something like that, I want, or Tangled. But with movies like this, I don't. In his rant on DW, he reviewed that. Why would he review that? It's not a movie meant for him. And I told you not to mention him, Classic Film Collector. In 2023, let me just, I'll type this so I don't waste my breath. Read this. She's not the Asian lady. She's the most boring freaking Asian lady of all time. If you've seen Eternals or Captain Marvel, she can't act. Why does she keep getting work? Because she's British. Again, that's not enough for me. And the singing in this movie is so short. It's like about a minute, like a few seconds or a minute long. And it doesn't add anything. It's just like, oh, they can sing. That's it. Yeah, I have to say that because you have to read the chat. The Asian lady, what is he doing reviewing an Olivia Wilde movie that she directed? Love her and other stuff. Like I said, Cowboys and Aliens and Tron Legacy, and even to Change Up. I didn't care for the movie, but I thought she was one of the best parts of it because she was adorable, and she's I like her that her character is a take no nonsense character, which it's something different for her. I got an autograph from her for free. I didn't even have to pay at a Comic-Con. She signed my Cowboys and Aliens cup, and she's like, "That's so cool. I'm on a Slurpee cup." Yeah, I don't drink out of it anymore out of respect for her. But again, Classic Film Collector, we don't mention him again. Just don't mention him. Just say Matt, because then I'll know who you're talking about. Just don't mention this channel. I don't watch his channel anymore. He's banned from any more of these podcasts. Him and OCP Communications. Do not mention them in 2023. Any of you guys. I don't care. They haven't been relevant in a while. There's a picture of Amy Jo Johnson, but she disappears for like a huge chunk of the film. That's why I didn't love this movie. I just thought it was decent. Mainly for her performance, the Christmas theme. The two twins are fine, but they're not. Somebody give them a pay request. Again, paid. I didn't get paid to do this. I do this out of free will. Only reason he saw it. That's the only reason he saw Midsummer, Black Christmas, and other movies he ranted on. Again, and I don't want to rant on movies. If you're good at something, never do it, for free. But I don't want to rant on something just because someone paid me. I mean, no one paid me to do a rant on Pixels last year. Why would I want to get paid to do a rant on a movie I'm not interested in? It's like paying me to see the 365 movies on Netflix. I don't want to watch those. They're horrible. Yeah, you got a gorgeous woman, but she's getting manhandled by a man and she's kidnapped. That's not romantic. That's sick. Once you abduct somebody, that's not romance. That's you're a criminal. You're a kidnapper. That's a nice shot. Like I said, I bought this movie at the dollar store. I saw Amy Jo Johnson. I'm like, hey, I've never seen this before. She's good in the film, but she's not in the first, like the middle of the film. She's in the beginning, and then she disappears for a while, and then does the third act when the parents come back. I'm just tired. I'm tired of Brits being and everything. After this, I won't mention them again. Don't, because my next podcast will be next week. Thought I'd throw it out there. There's one time because the guy he's pretentious and his childish behavior makes him laugh. Yeah, exactly. He's just butthurt because the Rambo films and the Ninja Turtles movies took it in the ass in the last decade. We get it. You're hurt. I was hurt a lot this year, and I still went to the theater and I still did my reviews. I didn't stop. I had 2 family losses this year, and I still kept going. I like reviewing movies and doing these live streams for you guys. I don't have to be charged to do that. This is not a job. This is a hobby. I'm gonna get a job in the new year. I promise. I can and I will. Because I did a job earlier this year, but I did it in November. But it was painful. It was just standing around answering questions that had nothing to do with my job. It's not the location; it's where the heart is. I've been living in this house for over a decade, and I celebrate Christmas every year with my family. I just why do I have why do I have to wait until the afternoon to open my presents? Why can't I open my presents at 10 in the morning? Oh yeah, because most of my family don't live in this house. That come visit, they live in other areas in New York. But it is what it is. A lot of these YouTubers, these older YouTubers, not recent ones, are pretentious and highbrow because they think that because they've been there so long, they're entitled to millions of subscribers. I'm like, no, you have to earn that. I had to earn these 300 and something subscribers this year. I started with nothing, with 3 subscribers back in 2013. Now I got 300. I had 900 on my old channel, but I can't access my old channel. That's why I went to this one. And this one is a lot better. I got better picture quality. I'm not as fuzzy, and I got more friends now than I did in 2013. Lot for better or for worse. There's a tree. It's a real tree. It's not a fake tree. You can't let your problems get in the way of the holidays. I don't. When I quit my job, I went to Radio City with my family and I had a great time. The weather sucked, but it is what it is. Because Disney, they didn't do it much for me this year. Why? The problem is these adults, they act so childish. I'm like, just reconcile with your wife and say, "Oh, I was wrong." Why are guys so bad, horrible at admitting that they're wrong? I know I had did some things wrong this year. One of them was trusting people I shouldn't have, especially on the internet. There's Amy Jo Johnson. See, she disappears for about halfway through. But people love you, Amy Jo Johnson. Stay alive, please, because you know, I have so much love for you, so much. You can get these masks out of here for now. Put that in there. Sometimes people need to stop being bitches and start doing things for themselves and stop depending on other people for everything. Where's the plug? Gotta put these reactions on Facebook later, so the movie's almost over. We're about almost an hour in. Did you know that Barbie is coming out the same day as Oppenheimer? Yeah, I'm gonna skip them both. I'm not seeing some 3 hour Nolan movie or watching a Barbie movie when it's not meant for me. I could watch those animated ones with my sister. No, I can't put the sound now. Well, I would. The movie's almost over. We're about an hour and 1 minute. Did you know that Bringing Up Baby is in the Criterion? Yeah, I don't care. It's an overrated movie. I just think the movie is just it's kind of creepy when you think about it. A girl is stalking a man that's about to get married. I'm like, yeah, that's I don't find that funny. They did the same thing in All About Steve. I look fat in these pictures anyway. Let me just delete them. I thought the movie was pretty good, but I really don't love it. And to be honest, I find it overrated. Yeah, I don't think it's that funny. Like my mom loves it, but I'm like, I just don't find it funny. And baby's not even a human baby; it's a leopard, which is dangerous. They would never remake that movie today. It would be called Creepy. I'll just leave it right here. I could put those Spider-Man reactions because I saw those last year. So some of it is just talking. So, and the movie's about a year old. No Way Home. I'm gonna see the extended cut hopefully this weekend. They have it on cable, so I want to watch the 11 minutes of extra footage. The dog is not even in the movie that long. The dog is put like it's a major part of the plot, and it really isn't. It's just like a little plot device they kind of forget about. Puppy, puppy, puppy. Hayao Miyazaki's final film, How Do You Live, is coming out in Japan next year in either June or July. Yeah, he's a very old man now. And Miyazaki, there's a lot of films I have to see of his that I missed over the years. So he has a lot of them. So I'll try to see them in 2023 because a lot of them are subtitled. Well, they're all subtitled, but there are also some dub versions as well. I've seen a couple. I've seen Ponyo and I've seen Howl's Moving Castle. They set her up. I want to record these reactions on Facebook later because I don't want to lose that feeling that I had last year. Amy. It's 10:26. Yeah, the movie again is almost done. That's nice. Hmm. Hmm. When I was a kid, I didn't have a tree in my home until 2009 because we lived in apartments and we didn't have space for a tree. We used to go to my grandmother's house and celebrate the Christmas with her every year since the 90s. What if Robert Rodriguez directed Dune instead of Denise? It would have been a mess. It'd be too politically correct, and it wouldn't be in the desert. It'd be in the south of the border. I'm like, no. I rather watch. because Denise did a great job with part one, and even part two. Even though there's gonna be some cast problems with the addition that they put in there, I still got the original cast, so they're gonna carry the movie. Florence is gonna get like 2 scenes, and that's it. And then Austin, yeah, he ain't dancing or singing his way out of this one. Nope, there ain't no singing in Dune. They look exactly the same. I can't tell them apart. How do you compare Alan Cummings' character in Spy Kids 1 and 2 to this character in Son of the Mask? Well, Son of the Mask was annoying. And in Spy Kids 1 and 2, he's just there. He's not annoying, he's just there. But in Son of the Mask, he's not a good villain. Too over the top, cartoonish, and just badly written. Once the character farted in his face, I'm like, yeah, this is stupid. This is dumb. With this movie, I'm like, we get it. These people have problems. You don't have to make everything melodramatic. This is not a freaking Terry Gilliam film or a Terrence Malick movie. We get it. People have problems. That's why I don't go see dramas. I was gonna see Babylon, but when I found out it was 3 hours, I'm like, nope, I pass. Not sitting in the theater that long. You can't make me, James Cameron or anybody else, or Damien Chazelle, whatever. No, you gotta make movies shorter. David Lynch's film Inland Empire. Never heard of that movie, Inland Empire. But David Lynch's movies are not that long. Because I saw whatchamacallit, his version of Dune, and it was like 2 hours. It wasn't 3 hours. And that other movie he did, that was weird, Eraserhead. It wasn't good, but it wasn't 3 hours long either. It was just too slow and weird. I still collect physical media because I want to be able to watch stuff all the way till 2029. An hour and 11 minutes in. That was a really long pause. I told you about it in the podcast months ago. It's his final film to date. If it's has stars Laura Dern and it's 1 minute under 3 hours. Yeah, but if I watch that at home, fine. But in the theater, not going to happen. I'm going to see Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, the extended cut on HBO Max. That's easier because at home I can lie down, I can go to the bathroom, I can go get a snack or something. And you can't do that in the theater. Once you're sitting down, if you're in the draft house, you can summon someone to get you food, but you can't just get up and leave and then go come back. It's not the same. It's not the same. At home, I can lie down. But in the theater, I don't want to be in the theater 3 hours. I haven't done that since Endgame, and Endgame was worth it. It was without the end credits, 2 hours and 49 minutes and a few seconds. Yes, I clocked it. It's under 3 hours without the end credits. And I was standing up a lot because I danced in the theater. I jumped out of my seat. I clapped. I got emotional. It was a lot. But with this movie, with the new Avatar, I'm like, it looks too digital to me. And I read the Wikipedia. It says the critics like the visuals. Of course they did. They loved the visuals in the first movie and James Cameron's direction and ambition, but the movie's too long and it's got a bad script. I know. That's what the problems were in the first movie. You dumb critics. It's beautiful. Look how pretty this looks. And the script sucks ass. There's nothing memorable about Avatar. You can have somebody get you food during the movie at the iPick, AMC Dine-In, and Studio Movie Grill. Yeah, but Regal, they don't. You have to get your food before the movie starts. And at the Draft House, if you get there late, they won't let you in. That's a big difference between the Alamo Draft House compared to other theaters I've been to this year. So other theaters, I went to see Black Adam, and there were people vaping in the theater. Who does that? Who vapes in the theater? I just think this movie's a little bit too melodramatic. We get it. It's not a comedy, but and Amy Jo Johnson said, and I quote, her fans, her Power Rangers fans are the best. Of course, we treat her like a princess. I felt like I was in the presence of royalty when I met her. And I was floored. I gave her something too. I gave her a birthday card because her birthday's in October. She was in Comic-Con this year, but the one in LA, not here in New York City. It's too bad, but hey, I made the most out of my opportunities of people that I did see at Comic-Con and the autographs I got. Who vapes in a theater? Tell me, Classic Film Collector. That should be banned from all theaters, even outside the theaters. I don't want people smoking or vaping because it's not good for my lungs. I want to keep my lungs clean when I'm 40. I don't want to be like, because I had asthma when fatigue when I was in college, and I needed an inhaler, but I don't need an inhaler anymore. The film is okay. This film is decent. If would I recommend it, it's on Tubi, so you can watch it there. You don't have to buy the film; just watch it at least once. Next year, I'll watch this in July instead of in December. I just did it in December because I wanted to do some podcasts of Christmas movies. Yeah, I don't buy that. 10:35. Yeah, because with Disney Plus, they have nothing this weekend anyway. Black Adam's on HBO Max now, and Snow Day came out on Paramount Plus. So that's something that's better than a Disney movie, and it's a musical this time. Snow Day, which is not a Christmas movie. People are like, oh, it's a Christmas movie. No, the original Snow Day from the year 2000 is not a Christmas movie. They never say Merry Christmas or Happy New Year. It's a winter movie, January, February, March. It's not a Christmas movie. I don't know why people are like, wait, that's not a Christmas movie? No, it's not. Nobody should ever smoke or vape in a theater. They shouldn't. Why were they doing that? It should be illegal. You know why? Because the theater I went to, they don't have a manager. They have two people working there. It's not only a distraction, but it's bad for you in worst case scenario, the projector. Yeah. And also it'll cause it might trigger somebody's asthma or something. You never know. I can't do a vaping. Can't deal with it. It's not as painful as a cigarette or a cigar or weed, but I don't want to smell that in the theater. They're like, yeah, why don't you just breathe air instead of breathing through a tube? So they're sneaking. We're almost done. Yeah. Vaping should not be it should not be allowed in any theaters. Outside of it, like miles away, fine. But don't be in the theater sitting in the back vaping while I'm watching Black Adam do his thing. A family sandwich. Mm. The singing, I just think feels a little bit forced. So like, oh, these are singers, so let's let them sing a couple of times, but it doesn't really add to the movie. It just pads out the movie a little bit. We're almost done. Look at that puppy. 'Cause- yeah, some people just don't care when they work in these cheapo theaters. They don't get paid enough to care about who comes into the theater. Somebody with a gun could have came in. I would have ran out. I would have been like, no, I'm not dying in the theater like those people that saw The Dark Knight Rises. Not going out like that. Mm-mm. I want to feel safe in the theater. You're beautiful. And I know I saw you in person. I couldn't believe it. My face was glowing when I saw her. Hmm. That poor puppy. He doesn't really contribute to the movie. He's just there to be cute. Same thing with me. I'll always have my love for her. I was very patient waiting for her because with Rachel, her line was not very long at Comic Con. It was about 20 or 30 minutes, but with Amy, it was like an hour and a half. Loving embrace. Yeah, when Fast 10 is like 3 hours, I'm gonna be like, guys, I told you, I don't want to go through that. The last movie was way too long. Fast 9 was like 2.5 hours, and I felt every second of it. I'm like, please make this end already, please. Puppy, puppy, puppy. The movie's almost done, guys. So I can mute this. I'm, I'm just glad the movie's almost over. The Classic Film Collector was the only one that joined. I only did this because, again, Amy Jo Johnson's in this, and I wanted to revisit one of her films that she did after Power Rangers. And yeah, it is a decent movie. I would recommend at least one watch. If you don't like it, it's not. I get it. There's a lot of melodrama. Everything fixes itself at the end, but it is cliche, but it is what it is. It's a Christmas movie. You don't want it to end downbeat where people die at the end. It would be just for Christmas. At, at least the movie is not 2.5 hours or 3 hours, because I've seen musicals that were long, like Hello Dolly, and Gone with the the Sound of Music. That movie's 3 hours long. It feels long. When I was a kid, I'm like, oh my god, can this movie end already? I can't sit through a 3 hour movie all the time. It drains me, emotionally and physically. It does. It drains me. Okay, movie, you can end now. It's an hour, 20 some minutes. And Amy Jo Johnson's a good singer. I don't know why she didn't sing in this movie. It's just there's no Alamo Drafthouse location where I live, but I went on vacation a year ago and it was incredible. I love the way they serve the popcorn. Yeah, it's good, but it's too pricey. Like the food is more expensive than some of the tickets sometimes. There really is. But yeah, I went for the first time on my birthday, like back in 2019, before the pandemic, before everything went to crap. Okay, is it done? Yeah, it's almost done. They're not even singing. There's just singing in the background because I don't even see their lips. Yeah, there's a mistletoe. Mm, yeah. Oh, I bet I picked the ticket cost like $20 a piece. It's worth it because the service and everything is great. Yeah, but for sometimes it's not. Well, that was Coming Home for Christmas from 2013, I believe. Yeah, 2013, 2014. It's short, an hour and 25 minutes. That's that. Now we can shut it off. Yeah, we're done. So that was the movie. I'm glad I got to do it with the few of you that saw the movie. So thanks for watching. Thanks, Classic Film Collector, for sharing. And my next podcast will be in a couple of days. I need to rest tomorrow and Sunday because I have a long weekend ahead of me. So that was the movie, and it's time to say goodbye. So see you in the next one, guys. Later.